In the dust-filled basement of an abandoned New York laboratory, a discovery was made that would challenge our understanding of history. A small brass cylinder, not much larger than a pocket watch, lay forgotten among scattered papers and broken instruments. This was no ordinary artifact. It was one of Nikola Tesla's audio cylinders, containing what may be the only surviving recording of his voice, hidden from the public for nearly a century. The recording, dating back to 1899, was found by restoration specialist Dr. Elena Cortez while cataloging items from Tesla's lesser-known Manhattan workshop. "I almost missed it," Dr. Cortez explains in our exclusive interview. It was inside a lead-lined box with Tesla's personal seal, clearly meant to be protected from electromagnetic interference. What makes this discovery extraordinary isn't just that it contains Tesla's voice, but what he chose to record. A detailed explanation of his most controversial theories that powerful interests of his time desperately wanted suppressed. Today, we'll take you on a journey through this remarkable recording, exploring why it remained hidden for so long, and what implications it has for our modern understanding of energy, physics, and the powerful forces that shape scientific progress. By the end of this video, you'll understand why some have called this the most important scientific artifact of the 20th century, and why its contents were considered dangerous enough to be hidden from the public eye for generations. Before we reveal the contents of this extraordinary recording, we need to understand the context of when it was created. The year was 1899, a pivotal yet mysterious period in Tesla's life. After his famous Colorado Springs experiments, Tesla had witnessed phenomena that fundamentally changed his understanding of electricity, resonance, and energy transfer. His public statements became increasingly enigmatic, hinting at discoveries too profound to share openly. "The world is not prepared for what I have seen," he wrote in a letter to his friend Robert Johnson. This was the Tesla who created our recording, a man whose reputation was already legendary, but whose most radical ideas were being systematically undermined by the scientific establishment and powerful corporate interests. During this period, Tesla claimed to have detected signals from other planets, developed a method for transmitting energy without wires across any distance, and glimpsed principles that would enable new forms of propulsion. Most historians have dismissed these claims as the eccentric ramblings of a genius in decline. But what if they weren't? What if Tesla, knowing his most profound insights would be suppressed, created this recording as a time capsule, a message to future generations who might be ready to understand what he had discovered? The cylinder contains approximately 4 minutes of audio, delivered in Tesla's distinctive accent. The recording quality, while imperfect, is remarkably clear for its age, thanks to Tesla's own advanced recording techniques that wouldn't become standard for decades to come. The first time the cylinder was played, using a specially designed non-contact optical scanner to prevent damage, the team was stunned into silence. After a century of speculation about what Tesla might have sounded like, his voice, clear, precise, and carrying the distinctive accent of his Serbian heritage, filled the laboratory. I record this on the 28th of July, 1899, as testimony of what I have witnessed. The recording begins. Should these observations be confirmed, they will mark a turning point in human history. The audio restoration team, led by acoustics expert Dr. James Wong, worked for months to eliminate background noise while preserving the integrity of Tesla's words. What makes this recording so unusual, Dr. Wong explains, is that Tesla seems to have used a recording technique far ahead of his time. The frequency response and clarity are extraordinary for 1899. In the recording, Tesla speaks formally, as if addressing future scientists rather than his contemporaries. He describes his Colorado Springs experiments not as tests of wireless energy transmission, as publicly reported, but as something far more profound, investigations into what he calls the dynamic theory of gravity and the kinetic properties of the ether. These concepts, largely abandoned by mainstream physics after Einstein's theories gained acceptance, formed the core of Tesla's alternative model of physics, a model that, according to the recording, demonstrated how unlimited energy could be harvested from the environment itself. As we listen to Tesla's voice describe these experiments, we're transported to a pivotal moment in scientific history. A path not taken, a vision suppressed. The present understanding of electricity is but a shadow of the truth. Tesla declares in the recording, "What we observe as electrical phenomena are merely surface effects of a more fundamental process." Here, Tesla outlines a theory starkly different from conventional physics, a unified theory connecting electricity, gravity, and what he terms cosmic radiation. According to Tesla, the universe is permeated by an energy field that can be tapped through specific resonant frequencies. In his Colorado Springs laboratory, he claims to have achieved what he calls coupling with the natural medium, a state where energy could be extracted continuously from the environment. The implications are profound, Tesla states solemnly. Power, unlimited in quantity, drawn from the very fabric of space. The recording details specific frequencies, equipment configurations, and mathematical relationships that Tesla discovered, information reportedly removed from his papers after his death. Why would such theories be suppressed? Tesla himself provides a clue in the recording. The economic structure of society, built upon the controlled distribution of energy, would be fundamentally transformed by this knowledge. This statement resonates with documented events following Tesla's death in 1943, when the FBI seized his papers before his family or associates could claim them. While much of this material was eventually released to Tesla's nephew, critical technical documents relating to his energy research remain classified to this day. The recording presents mathematical relationships and specific experimental parameters that Tesla found successful. Details absent from his published works and surviving notes, suggesting they may have been deliberately removed from his legacy. At the heart of Tesla's suppressed work, according to the recording, was a device he called the ether resonance generator. Unlike his publicly known oscillators, this device was designed to create standing waves in what Tesla described as the cosmological medium, essentially to tap into energy that exists everywhere in the universe. The generator successfully produced more energy than was supplied to it, Tesla claims in the recording. This is not perpetual motion, but rather a coupling with nature's own processes. He describes in technical detail how the device used specialized coil configurations and precisely timed discharges to create what he called cavitation in the ether, a process that allegedly allowed energy extraction from the space around the device. Modern physicists might recognize similarities to quantum field theory's zero-point energy, though Tesla's approach and understanding were markedly different. Tesla explains that 3 successful prototypes were constructed, with the most powerful capable of producing 50 horsepower with no observable fuel consumption. According to the recording, this final prototype was dismantled after threats from financial backers who realized the implications for their energy investments. Tesla states, "I was informed in no uncertain terms that the technology was premature and would destabilize industry. Most significant are Tesla's specific instructions for reproducing the effect, including precise material requirements, geometric configurations, and operating parameters, information that would be independently verified decades later by researchers working with high-voltage systems, though none achieved Tesla's reported results. These details provide a blueprint that challenges our fundamental understanding of energy and raises uncomfortable questions about why such promising technology never reached the public." Perhaps the most controversial section of the recording concerns what Tesla called the dynamic theory of gravity, a fundamental reinterpretation of gravitational forces that connected them to electromagnetic phenomena. Gravity is not a force as currently understood, Tesla states, but a consequence of electromagnetic field effects on matter's fundamental structure. He describes experiments where specially configured electromagnetic fields allegedly altered the weight of test objects, sometimes dramatically. A 50-pound brass sphere became effectively weightless within the field, Tesla claims, and when the field parameters were reversed, the apparent weight increased by 30%. This section of the recording would be easy to dismiss as fantasy, except for recently declassified military research from the 1950s and 1960s that explored remarkably similar concepts. Documents released through Freedom of Information Act requests reveal that both the US and Soviet military investigated electromagnetic gravity modification, with classified reports referencing Tesla's work. The recording provides specific coil configurations and power requirements that Tesla found effective in his gravity experiments, details that align with theoretical work by modern physicists exploring quantum gravity. Tesla's approach suggests a practical method for interacting with gravity that doesn't require the enormous energies predicted by conventional theory. The key is not brute force, he explains, but precise resonance with the cosmic background field. Most remarkable is Tesla's prediction that these principles would eventually lead to advanced propulsion systems capable of traversing great distances without conventional fuel or the limitations of rocket technology. A statement that bears striking resemblance to theoretical concepts now being explored by aerospace engineers and NASA researchers under the umbrella of field propulsion. The most mysterious segment of the recording discusses what Tesla called signals from beyond Earth. While his public statements about detecting potential extraterrestrial radio signals were widely ridiculed, the recording reveals a much more nuanced analysis. The signals displayed an unmistakable pattern of intelligence, Tesla states, repeating sequences that cannot be attributed to natural phenomena. He proceeds to describe a mathematical structure within the signals that he believed represented a form of communication. Most remarkably, Tesla claims to have detected these signals repeatedly over several months, eventually determining that they originated not from Mars, as I initially suspected, but from a source outside our solar system entirely. Tesla details how he developed increasingly sensitive receiving equipment to study these signals, ultimately creating what he called a cosmic ray receiver capable of detecting organized patterns of energy from specific celestial coordinates. The implications are profound and unsettling, Tesla states. We are not alone in our capability for technological communication. The recording includes several sequences of sounds that Tesla identified as the clearest examples of the signals and his analysis of their mathematical properties. While mainstream science dismissed Tesla's claims of extraterrestrial signals as mere detection of natural phenomena like Jupiter's radio emissions, not discovered officially until 1955, the recording suggests Tesla conducted a much more sophisticated analysis than previously known. Most notably, Tesla links these signals to his energy research, suggesting that the transmission principles used by the signal source operated on the same physical principles as his resonant energy extraction system, potentially validating his theoretical framework. Following Tesla's death in 1943, his papers were famously seized by the FBI and the Office of Alien Property. While official records claim this was due to concerns about foreign access to potential weapons technology, the recording suggests a more targeted interest in specific aspects of Tesla's work. I have arranged for copies of my most important findings to be preserved in multiple locations, Tesla states in the recording, including this cylinder, which contains information absent from my public papers. This statement aligns with persistent rumors that Tesla maintained duplicate records of his most sensitive research, records that have never been recovered. The recording mentions 3 specific locations where Tesla claimed to have hidden technical documents, including one within the foundation of the New Yorker Hotel, where he spent his final years. Interestingly, when the hotel underwent renovations in 1967, workers reportedly discovered a small sealed container in the basement foundation, which was promptly confiscated by federal agents. No official record of this discovery exists. Tesla's recorded message expresses concern that powerful interests would attempt to suppress his most revolutionary discoveries. The financial implications of unlimited energy have made powerful men my enemies, he states. They will attempt to ensure these discoveries remain theoretical curiosities rather than practical technologies. This paranoia has often been attributed to Tesla's declining mental health, but the recording presents it as calculated concern based on specific threats and incidents. Perhaps most significantly, Tesla outlines what he calls a development timeline for his technologies, predicting that society would need approximately 100 years before economic and political structures could adapt to the implications of his energy discoveries. A timeline that places us precisely at the moment when this recording has emerged. Today, over a century after Tesla created this recording, we stand at a crossroads. Conventional energy systems face mounting challenges. Quantum physics has revealed a universe far stranger than classical models suggest, and the fundamental questions Tesla explored remain largely unanswered. The authentication process for the recording has been rigorous. Materials analysis confirms the cylinder's composition is consistent with recording technology of Tesla's era. Voice analysis, Comparing vocal patterns with descriptions of Tesla's speech and the few seconds of Tesla's voice in a 1930s film clip shows a 97% probability match. Most compelling is the technical content itself, descriptions of principles and technologies that align with Tesla's known work but extend it in directions that would have been difficult for a modern forger to fabricate without advanced knowledge of both Tesla's unpublished theories and contemporary physics. What does all this mean for us today? The recording doesn't just reveal a lost chapter of scientific history. It challenges us to reconsider our fundamental assumptions about energy, physics, and humanity's technological path. Tesla laboratories around the world are now working to reconstruct the devices described in the recording, using modern materials and instrumentation to test Tesla's claims. Initial results, while preliminary, indicate anomalous energy effects that warrant further investigation. Whether Tesla's suppressed discoveries represent truly revolutionary science or the brilliant but flawed theories of a visionary mind, the recording's emergence invites us to question the historical narrative we've inherited and remain open to possibilities beyond current paradigms. As Tesla himself concludes in the recording, to the future scientists who hear these words, verify through experiment rather than theory. The universe is not only stranger than we imagine, it is stranger than we can imagine. Perhaps this lost voice from the past will inspire a new generation to explore where others feared to venture, continuing the journey Tesla began over a century ago.